Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Travels, and this is my video from April of 11, my last day in Miami Beach, in Miami itself. And the reason I got all these pictures going through South Beach, which I didn't think to get on the previous days, is because I quite frankly forgot my hotel key, so I decided to return it. Got pictures of the Carnival Imagination ship whose deck I had stood on 7 years before, looking across at that road that led to South Beach. And of course, I didn't waste any time. I also got a couple pictures of some of the other cruise ships that were in the Miami harbor at the time. Taking advantage of all the red lights I had to stop at so that I could be safely taking the pictures while my car was at a complete stop. And then, of course, the road ahead of me, while I was still at the red light, so that's why those cars are so far ahead of me. And of course, the cruise ships are right beside the port of Miami, so you can see the big loading cranes, the same as you'd see at the port of Montreal, actually. And you can see a bit more, probably see containers and everything there. And you see now, we're closer, and you see those trees that were in the distance? Well, now they're right beside us, those palm trees in the center. And now you can see South Beach out the other side, to the left side, because the port of Miami was on our right side. And of course, taking advantage of a red light, there's the proof to take more pictures. So every red light I had to stop at, I used that as my opportunity to take pictures of the high-rise buildings as we approached Miami. Yeah. And of course, this was April, so it wasn't too warm yet, but it was comfortable. And you can see the palm trees in front of all the buildings and everything. Now, I am sure I saw that particular building at night in Miami at one point. And of course, there's more of the palm trees, because I didn't know when I'd be back again to Miami. And indeed, it would be almost 3 years before I returned. You'll see that in a later video, March of 2014. And of course, here's the Marriott South Beach, to which I returned my hotel key. And then I just went straight up the road from there all the way up South Beach, being able to look to my right occasionally to see the ocean and everything. And of course, lots of traffic, so lots of opportunity to get all the pictures and everything of the palm trees and the beach itself and everything, because traffic was barely moving. Now you can see the sidewalk there. Now I had walked back on that sidewalk, or rollerbladed, along South Beach to my hotel. I went all the way up. There's the Pelican. I think that's one of the nightclubs, actually. Here's a good unobstructed view of the sidewalk and the grass that leads to the beach itself. Blue water? I think that says blue water. Or maybe it's breakwater. It's hard to tell from that picture, but there's the close-up view of the palm trees. Some of them don't really have a smooth trunk, though they look smooth from a distance. There's another one of the buildings. You could probably read the writing on the right side near the top. Oh, that's a beautiful view. The palm trees in front of the building. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out which one of these pictures I use for a thumbnail. I might use the picture of the South Beach Causeway, actually, with the palm trees on the left side. I think that would be the best picture to use. And of course, here are some of the hotels of South Beach itself. And then you approach the end of the street and you have to go off to the left and then continue north up the road. But I took advantage of the red light again to get close-up views of that hotel, the umbrellas in front, the stairs that presumably lead up to the lobby and everything else. And see Collins Avenue, so that's what I had to turn onto. And of course, there's another hotel, I think, or maybe it's an apartment complex. It's hard to tell. And I think that said island. I don't know if that said Treasure Island or not. And then you're getting into some of the hotels on further north. So you're kind of north of Miami Beach, north of South Beach now. You're in Miami Beach itself. And we're just about to approach. In the next picture, you will see the hotel that I stayed at in October of 2006, which of course you saw the pictures. The Hotel Riu, Florida Beach. I think it's 40th Street or something. You saw that in the October 2006 video. And of course, getting more pictures as we head further north. Terra Nova. And I think that's the last picture of Miami Beach itself. And then we took the causeway, which I believe is the exact same causeway that we came east on in October 2006 to get to that hotel. So I'm finally getting pictures of it going east. Yes, that's right, going east. And then you enter Miami itself. And then I started with the highway signs. See, North Fort Lauderdale, that's the way I went. The intersection with I-95. And so now you begin to get pictures going east. And I remember that particular ramp from October of 2006 when it went north for some reason. Davie Boulevard, well, that leads to Davie, Florida with the Davie Pro Rodeo. There's the LPGA Boulevard, so I don't know if that's somewhere Palm Beach, perhaps, with the golf club. The Mar-a-Lago Trump Golf Club now. And one of the buildings you see in Florida. Now you're entering Georgia. So that's the Georgia Highway sign. This is the Georgia State Welcome sign on the building. And then they have a big plaque in the center of the ground. So hopefully you enjoyed the Miami Beach video. And we'll see you here next week. Bye-bye.